A seller signed that listing agreement with you on Monday.
Yay. But by Wednesday, oh no, they're still getting that generic email from your CRM that says, here's your dream home, like they're still a new buyer. And this is not a small glitch. This is honestly a signal that we have done to our own clients as well. But it really shows how you present yourself as their selling agent for the next 60 days. So we don't want to forget people because we forgot to change the settings in our CRM.
Exactly. This is completely fixable quietly before you have even opened your CRM for the day.
And this is basically what this video is about. It's about automating your system so nothing like this happens, because I know it's a boring click and you don't want to be boring.
Exactly.
And you don't want to have boring stuff happen.
If you're an agent that's working in the market, even you just started or a couple years, this help you to actually have a still and a steady handful of the leads that closing in a year, and you can add even more to your pipeline and get more volume. With adding this automation helps your business even exceed more.
Now you already have your CRM, however which one you're paying for. You have your sequences in that CRM. The gap isn't really in the CRM. It's really moving that contact from a different button or however you tag them. So it's really about moving them from one sequence to the other. And we're going to talk about how we can have this automated to where you're closing that gap and you never make another mistake because you didn't click a button again.
Exactly. Here's the actual problem that you might facing in the plain terms if you wanted to put it this way. Let's say, as my wife said, you might use different CRM. In EXP, we use BoldTrail, and your CRM basically holds the contact in the different phase of the prospecting, like an active, for example, listing, under the contract, or close, or other basically status that they have. And each phase actually should trigger a different set of touches for those kind of clients.
But statuses change constantly. Someone signs a contract, they go under contract, someone closes a deal, and honestly, it's our human nature. We notice we're so excited for them, we knew to be there for them, but honestly, going into our CRM, clicking the tab gets missed a lot. At least for me, it really does. I get mixed a lot. And it's not because I'm careless, because it's really something to remember, because it's boring, repetitive, and easy to let slide because we're working on the next big deal, right? So we're working on the next, and then honestly, I've forgotten to hit the button. It happens. So this is a kind of task that Cloud Code is amazing to take off your plate so you never have this problem again.
Exactly. Therefore, the way that we set this up, there are 3 checks that we run automatically in order every single day without you touching anything. What is the first one?
The first check is really when it goes through our CRM context and reconfirming where everybody stands. It's using the CRM data with the data that you already have. Honestly, when I pull my MLS, let's just hypothetically 123 Main Street, right? Always hypothetical. Now 123 Main Street is under contract and your CRM knows that you were selling 123 Main Street. Well, now it's seen when it's going through the contact list without pulling the API, because like you gave it the MLS data. So it's seeing, whoa, this person's now under contract. We need to make sure we're under contract. So it's flipping the script.
The second check looks specifically for anyone that tagged under the contract and basically who has not been moved into the right phase yet. And the moment that you find it, or the cloud find it, it flips them over automatically.
I said the second one, so I'm going to explain the first one a little bit more. The first one is when the API, we're not pulling the API, it's really just going through the CRMs and all the data that you have. So it's really just making sure the database is still working and there's nothing drifting and nothing out of sync. So it's like a sync check. And then the second one is it's flipping these people automatically based on, hey, 123 Main Street's under contract now. And here's the one that really does matter, because that flip doesn't just change the label. It's changing the sequences of touches that you're getting.
Exactly.
Now they're going to, because they're the seller, right? So they're going to get the inspection reminder. They're going to get the appraisal updates are going to happen. What we have to do for closing week, anything that you're going to convey to a nervous buyer or nervous seller that's going through under contract. And now you don't have to do this by hand anymore.
Exactly. Basically, the third check does the same thing for brand new active listings. Anything that tagged like an active listing who is still sitting in generic track gets moved into the listing sequence. And this way, the strategic launch of the messaging plus the weekly seller report shows them exactly what is happening with their home that is listed on the market.
Now, with this sequence, I have to say, 123 Main Street, we did the listing presentation. The CRM knows this. It's looking at the MLS data. It's going to see if it's got my name on it or my husband's name on it. So it's really seeing, like, we didn't do the listing launch, right? So if we forgot to do the listing launch, now, hey, it's getting the MLS data. You need to do the listing launch for this house, 123 Main Street, because you might have forgot that because you were so busy meeting at 456 Main Street that you forgot to do 123. So really, it's just a system of automation to make sure the CRM is updating, so you stay focused on what you do.
Exactly. Therefore, if you are doing, for example, 5 to 6 deals a year and you genuinely are staying on the top of your tags by hand, you may not need this yet. A sticky note and a Sunday night CRM review can get you there, basically. Where what we were talking about.
But as you're growing, because you want your pipeline to grow, you need systematic checks to make sure that you are always staying on top of the game. And someone who's going to 8 to 10 needs systems running, and this is just one of those systems that's running based on our data. So if you want to build something like this and you're ready to do something automated, something small, something big, I love that, because that's what I do with Claude all the time. So pick 2 or 3 things that really matter in your business. Maybe it's active listings, maybe it's under contract. Write down all your systems that you really do and what needs to make sure it happens, move to where they need to be in your CRM. So it's CRM management that is actually happening automatically.
Exactly. Therefore, that plain language basically maps the most of the work for you. Once you have it where you build automation yourself in Cloud Code or have it built for you, the logic is already been done. And before you build anything, it's worth actually running a 10 minutes honest audit on your own CRM and see how exactly that works.
And notice how maybe you're amazing. You don't have my problems, right? Maybe that's true. Maybe you're amazing at those checks, and maybe you're amazing at putting the different tags. Maybe you're amazing at making sure everybody's in the right sequence. I get a little like, hey, look, squirrel. And so I kind of forget to move the buttons sometimes. So this way that anybody who is under contract, anybody who's listing went active, all of these things are now happening with system checks that are there. So most agents who are sitting at 1 to 2 or just in the wrong, and I would say many people are like me, I'm going to say that, where we forget to click a button. And it's not from neglect. It's just that you were so busy that you didn't go to your CRM and click BoldTrail. This person's now, listing or under contract, and just a simple button click. And that is one of those things because it's very small detail, but really it's a gap in our business because it's not really a hypothetical one for me. And Claude Code really helped me find the solution to this gap, so where now everything in my BoldTrail is getting there.
Exactly. Therefore, what exactly that means for you? For a real estate agent that's trying to grow basically the volume without growing chaos, this is difference between CRM that is a filing cabinet and the CRM that is actually working a shift alongside you.
And you don't have to pay a CRM management company to do this. You can have Claude do it.
Exactly. And every touch basically lands because the client is actually in it, not because you happen to remember what you have been doing. And the consistency is what the sellers tells the neighbor. And it's what a nervous buyer remembers when they are choosing who to call for their next home. And that's what it comes, this automation for.
So if you really want to talk about how to set this up, maybe we can do it live, we can talk it through on your own. I have a 15-minute conversation with you all the time. It's amazing. The link is in the description. We are also going to talk a little about EXP because I do love it here, because we do have, and if you just want to play around with some systems of mine, we have a free starter system in GitHub. The link is in the description as well.
Exactly. We are Alan Victoria Pinder, Icon Real Estate Agent with EXP Realty, and we love to level up your business. Please comment us with your success story, and don't forget, watch all our playlists here, and don't forget also subscribe in our channel. See you next time, and have a wonderful day.